Jace coming to you live from San Diego Comic-Con once again. Nicole Maines here joining me. It's so great to chat with you, not through a Zoom screen, as we were saying.
Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me.
Yeah, so we're going to talk. I want to talk a little bit about the prologue to Absolute Power that you did with the Suicide Squad Dream Team, and we're also going to touch on your tie-in with Super Sons, because I love what you said on the panel about farm kids. But I have to start off by saying, during that panel, Mark Waid, damn good. What? I mean, were you just floored?
Look, I'm not a girl who buys expensive mascara. If I get weepy, it'll run, and everyone will see it from the back of the room. So I was very like, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. But I did not know what to do with those emotions as I was on and so I'm glad that you liked the panel, because I felt very flustered, and I was very like, I wasn't ready for that. What was I talking about? Suicide Squad Dreamer, what? Yeah.
So great to be acknowledged, though.
It felt very good. It was very, that high of praise coming from someone like Mark is really, really affirming. And it makes me proud to know, like, oh, okay, so, you know, because coming into this, I'm not a writer. Like, I want to do the best that I can for this character, for the people who love this character as much as I do. For the people who love this character as much as I do. And to hear that from Mark, it's like, okay, I'm on the right track.
The only thing I'm going to push back on, you're not a writer. No, you are a writer. You're a fantastic writer.
Well, by now, I suppose. Jeez.
But talking about Suicide Squad Dream Team and the first chance you really got to lean into the voices of other characters, like we talked about, Harley and Clock King and all that.
Clock King was fun. I had a lot of fun with Clock King. There was someone who was doing a review who was like, it feels like when she wrote him, she just opened a thesaurus. And I was like, yes. Yeah.
Because that's how he talks.
Yeah, because he's an asshole. He's like that kid in class who's like, I'm smarter than you. Like, he's a douchebag. That's his whole thing. He's just the I'm smarter douchebag.
Leading into that and having the bigger cast, do you feel like your skills have leveled up? Was that the series that really...
I'd say my experience bar is about 70% full on a level up. I learned a lot doing it. I definitely realized, I was like, okay, a 6-person team book on a 4-issue series felt a little bloated. And so I kind of reserved. I was like, okay, I want to make sure, at least in this series, everybody gets like one really cool moment at least. But I would have, maybe in the future, next time, I might shrink the roster so that those characters can have a little more than one moment. Because I loved kind of what we were getting to do with Clock King and like Black Alice, and the Dreamer Harley dynamic was so great in issue 1, and then as it was moving, I just didn't find a lot of room to continue pulling that thread, which is something hopefully in the future I'll be able to rectify.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that was really interesting, and you know, even though it was a Suicide Squad book, it was, you know, Dreamer was the focus. I mean, it's all about her dynamic.
It's about her and Amanda Waller.
Yeah, exactly. They're dynamic. But what's so interesting, because you had done so much Dreamer work in the past that was, you know, more solo stories, seeing her interact and pulling her into the broader universe, it just elevates her and how you can play off, right? And then leaning into some of the Absolute Power stuff as we've seen, when she, you know, has interaction with Jay Nakamura.
Yeah.
And now
that friendship, huh? Well,
right?
Not friendship, not anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's so real, and it brings a dimension and a complexity to Dreamer where you can relate. Like, we've all had friendships where things have gone sideways, right?
Well, that's what I was so excited about with Ground Zero, was in that scene where they're talking through the bars at each other, you understand exactly where each of them are coming from. And both of them are right. Yeah, she's like, yes, I did try. I didn't have a choice. My home and my family are being blackmailed. I'm trying to do the best with a bad situation. I tried to stop her. I blew up her whole prison situation. Like, I was ready to kill her right up until I realized that I would be killing my family as well. And Jay's like, cool. but my family's dead.
Right, exactly.
So how does that help me? And you're like, fuck, man.
Yeah, no-win situation.
No-win situation. And yeah, you get why Jay is so mad at her, and you understand why he is choosing to blame her versus Amanda Waller. Yeah, it's just, I love it. I love it. It's so bad. It's so awful. It's so heart-wrenching.
Well, now we add in a third layer with your upcoming Super Sons book, right? Because obviously Jay and Jon, the love that they have as a couple.
Yeah.
But Jon's got separately, so he's almost caught in the middle, right? So can you talk about, we don't want to tease, give away, because you all got to go out there and read it. You should be pre-ordering now. Tell your comic shop you want it.
What are you doing?
What are you waiting for? But give us a little tease of exploring that dynamic for Jon and Dreamer, because, you mentioned on the panel that at the end of the day, they're both just farm kids with these incredible powers and this super heroic legacy they're trying to live up to.
Yeah, they are both like the queer children of the respective like Superman of their planets. Like Mia's mother was part of like the Justice League of Naltor until she went AWOL and disgraced herself. And Mia has grown up hearing these stories of her mother and reading these comic books about the seers of Naltor, and this is what it means to have these powers. And she is just doing her best and not even understanding the powers at all. All she has is her moral compass and trying to do what she believes is the right thing in a world that she has exactly zero context for. And she didn't ask for any of it. And I think similarly, Jon Kent, he was growing up, he's my mom, this is my dad, and then thrust into this superhero world, kidnapped, tortured in a volcano for years, growing up, meeting the Legion, going to the Injustice universe, Earth 3, fighting Ultraman, like, just trauma after trauma after trauma, and neither of them have really had the opportunity to be happy and to enjoy their lives, and they want to do the right thing, but it is just slowly breaking both of them, and I love that they have each other, because it's an understanding that's never really had to be verbalized. They come from this same place, and I said this on the panel, I think they are such true twin flame energies, is they are just of the same mind and of the same wavelength, and I think there is so much that they could do to support each other and uplift each other and help each other, and it's exactly what you said. Now Jon finds himself caught in the middle between his friend, his confidant, and his boyfriend, who he loves and who has been hurt so many times before, and who he just wants to live a happy life with, and who he wants to see Jay smile, and now he's like, and Jay's like, so I want to kill her specifically, and he's
right.
like, whoa, don't do that, whoa.
Well, and the other part of it too is, I mean, in a way, all three of them, they haven't had it. They're all young. They haven't had a chance. They haven't gotten a break. They haven't gotten, like you said, to live their life or just kind of settle. And knowing the dynamic and the personality of all three of them, there's I think, an internal sense that they have failed in some way. Yeah. They're not doing the thing that they need to be doing.
That's the thing that they're all, I think, going to have to figure out, is maybe the heroes that they are at 18 are not the heroes that they're going to need to be moving forward to take on the threats and hurdles that are to come.
Well, when you're in that situation and you feel like you failed, you actually, they sort of need each other, because they're the only ones that understand this, being the, especially, as you said, kind of these twin flames of Nia and Jon. Like, you're maybe the only other one that's in the same situation I am, living up to this legacy. I know you feel like you failed. I feel like I failed.
Yeah, trying to live up to this legacy and realizing that not only have I failed, but for Dreamer at least, looking at absolute power, she's like, oh, all of this is my fault. Yeah. I could have prevented this, and I chose not to.
Yeah, it's
we understand we understand why she chose not to, and we understand that it wasn't really a choice. But still.
But maybe if Jon is the one other that can understand Dreamer and vice versa, that would be the one that could say, no, you haven't failed.
Yeah.
But now they've got, again, caught in the middle of this
Now you have
three-way.
Jay who's being like, no, she failed.
Yeah.
She failed.
She failed.
Bitch.
Yeah. Go ahead and pound on her.
She doesn't even go here. We're like, Jay?
I'm so excited to check it out.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for more work from you.
Thank you.
Because I completely agree with Mark. You're damn good.
Thank you. I'm having a lot of fun.
And we'll keep reading as long as you keep writing. And yeah, I think really the sky is the limit. I know probably not the career path you necessarily thought you would go on.
And it feels right for me. I'm having so much fun. It was something that I'd never even considered because I didn't think it was even on the table. But yeah, getting to do it feels like I'm, 8 in the playroom with my twin brother, like playing with our action figures again. Like that's what this elicits for me. It's just that feeling of getting to play make-believe and then Superman swoops in and then he punches them in the face and I don't know, I just like it. I'm just playing.
But you're having fun, and when you have fun, then we as fans and readers have fun reading it.
I'm so glad.
And we just want more. So we're all in. Again, everybody, be sure you're pre-ordering Absolute Power Super Sons. Follow Nicole on social media so you know when she has other
projects. Nicole Maines.
I'll put a link in the show notes, everybody, so if you're having trouble finding it, you can go and click there. But yes, a voice you need to pay attention to because there's plenty more to come.
Thank you very much. I'll keep going until DC tells me to finally hit the bricks.
Well, then somebody else will just pick you up.
Hey.